What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and before I get started with this Impact Wrestling review, the show from March 17th, 2020, this episode took place on a holiday called St. Patrick's Day. But that's not what I want to talk about. Besides that, but anyways, before I get to this review itself, what pertains to Impact Wrestling, just want to say sorry for the hiatus and the delays where it pertains to giving you YouTube contents, where it pertains to my YouTube channel, excuse me, my YouTube channel, Natural Born Thriller. But I'm gonna try to get back on track and to pick up where I left off here. I explained a few videos I did, my return on my these videos I delayed it, and also I talked a little bit more of it when I did my WWE in the Mr. Chamber 2020 review. So let's get that. Now that I got that out of the way, let's get to Impact Wrestling here. So they were in Las Vegas, Nevada. Your commentators were Josh Matthews and Don Callis. And like I said, Impact Wrestling on March 17th on St. Patrick's Day 2020. Here we go. The match opened up first with Scar Demoy hiring securities pertains to to find out who's the mysterious hacker of this ICU thing, and we'll get to more to that later on too, about how they did all that. And also we seen Ken Shamrock arriving to the arena, because Ken Shamrock, this could be a major announcement for Ken Shamrock, a major announcement, basically a major announcement that we didn't know what it was going to be about. Not even Ken Shamrock knew what it was going to be about. I didn't know what it was going to be about until we get to it, but I'll get to that later. I'll basically let you all know when it started clicking to me why he was there. Okay, why is he there? And then something else happened from there too, but we'll get to that later. But the opening show was the match, obviously. Was the Impact World Tag Team Championships, the North, which is Ethan Page and Giles Alexander versus TJP and Fallah Bahh. Match itself was a good match to start up the show, with the North retaining still the Impact World Tag Team Champions. And yeah, that was a good match. I thought TJP and Fallah Bahh was going to win it, and I thought they was going to get this too and everything. But we have a referee bump, and sort of a referee bump where Ethan Page took advantage of it and tapping out and everything. TJP thought that it was gonna be over right there, but it wasn't. Smart play there by basically the North in a way, and that ends up having the North retaining still the Impact World Tag Team Champions. Good match, good booking, and hopefully we see more of this in the future. Rotates to the North versus TJP and Fallah Bahh. We get the debut segment for Ty Valkyrie doing this whole thing of the Real Housewives of Slamtown. So more of this Slamtown stench coming from Johnny Impact, aka Johnny B. Trash, still full effect. Anyways, but Ty Valkyrie has some surprising friends that we didn't know of, named Holly and Madison. Reminds me of the Playboy Mansion girls. And yeah, Rosemary there. And I thought it was entertaining. They were at the house, and then also they went to a party. It was funny. And Rosemary tried to steal one of Ty Valkyrie's friends' soul for a reason. I don't know. But yeah, it was funny. It was entertaining though. Just didn't like the whole thing where they're the housewives of Slamtown. It's not a real place. Chris Bay, who is the ultimate, I'm trying to remember the nickname they gave him. That they kept view packaging and everything, and hyping up his official debut, since he's now signed with Impact Wrestling. Chris Bay, who's the lookalike of Kofi Kingston, in my opinion. Don't go after me because of that. Don't block me because of that. Just saying. Inside joke, in case anyone doesn't know about that. But anyways, and I don't remember if I talked about this on a live video with, with the asylum. Basically where it takes the whole situation. Basically what happened with me on Twitter. But that's a long story, but that's not here or there. Sorry, it's just something in my eye. It's bothering me a little bit. I'm sorry about that. But anyways, I'm trying to figure out what was Chris Bay's nickname again. It was the ultimate finisher. I gotta remember that. But anyways, Chris Bay's performance against Damian Drake, by the way, that's his opponent. It was a decent match. He won with a springboard famouser, which they're calling it the Baymister, because of I guess they're basically pushing him as a new superstar to look forward to, which I do see that. Chris Bay, he's pretty good. He's coming from a lot of territories, or should I say indie scenes, before coming to Impact Wrestling. He's wrestling on NXT, if I recall. I can't remember if it was NXT or it was 205 Live. I think it was 205 Live, if I remember. I remember him wrestling against Ari Daivari. So I think it was 205 Live, and I think I covered that before I stopped covering it, because they don't care about 205 Live anyways. And I'm talking about WWE. But I can't remember if there's anywhere else he's wrestled at too. Point is, he's there now in Impact Wrestling, and he's gonna make the best of it. And I want to see more of Chris Bay. We go backstage and we see Alicia Edwards confronting the Knockouts champion Jordan Grace, where it pertains to just the Knockouts Lethal Lockdown match, which I'm happy for that. The problem is, will we still have that match because the whole coronavirus situation? I don't know. I just don't know. Hopefully we do. But it's not gonna be the same though. Well, no crowds there. But then again, the crowds nowadays in Impact Wrestling don't even cheer loud. They don't even react to it anyway. So what does it matter? But anyways, back to this. So Alicia Edwards approached her because she wants to be part of Team Grace, and Jordan Grace basically praised her and says, you could be part of the team, and that. And then Alicia Edwards was acting a little weird, saying, I can't remember how she said it though, but I'm like, what is that? What we're doing with Alicia Edwards now? Is she gonna become crazy too, like her husband? I hope that's not that what they're going with. I don't know. I'll be getting more of this Tina Dashwood, who's gonna be returning soon to Impact Wrestling. So yeah, we'll wait and see how that turns out. Basically more of this. I forgot what was the music they used, the song they used for Tina Dashwood, for a real package, of her repackaging herself and everything. I don't know. I don't remember, but I remember I liked it. I remember I liked it though. And I think that's gonna be her theme music too. By the way, who knows? But can we see what this gonna be? This new Tina Dashwood is gonna be all about? Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be all about her. It's probably still gonna be all about her. So, Gabby Lawrence, she interviews TNA veteran, which is Chase Stevens, and be honest with you folks, I had no clue who he was at the time. Until I remember, he was part of the Naturals, who was trained by the late great Chris Candido, and he was managed by Shane Douglas, the franchise Shane Douglas, by the way. But yeah, Chase Stevens. I remember him now. Now that I remember, and it was mentioned here too as well. Basically, where he was a tag team champion. I forgot who his partner was too, by the way. What pertains to the Naturals. And also Moose interrupts and just about these TNA veterans from the past and everything, coming in again and everything, and then they start exchanging words a little bit, and then he mentions the part where he's won championships, but how about you? Again, Moose has won a championship title in Impact Wrestling, the Grand Championship title. And they also they start fighting, and the fight ended as they move on to gut check. So we get a quick brawl, and then moved away from it just to go see gut check. And we never went back from that. We didn't get any conclusion of it. They never mentioned it ever again. What was that? So gut check. They talk about the finals of it and everything, and the winner of it was basically the finalist was Jackson Stone and Tyler Trava. I think that's how you say it. In the end, the winner was. I don't remember who won. I think it was Jackson Stone, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Jackson Stone was one who won. He gets a contract for Impact Wrestling. Same thing with potential Ray Rajul, when potential gut check. So, and we probably won't be seeing Jackson Stone until maybe Bound for Glory or something. I don't know. Because I remember when potential Ray Rajul, when he won gut check, it took him a long time before we got to see him on Impact Wrestling. So. Jimmy Havoc. I mean, not Jimmy Havoc. He's in Elite Wrestling. Jimmy Jacobs, excuse me. Jimmy Jacobs has a sit-down interview with Tessa Blanchard, the Impact World Champion. She talks about, beating Tyra Valkyrie, and then she talks about, where she's going to be facing Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards in a three-way match at Rebellion, and she talks about that she's gonna she's gonna come out on top, and there you go. Nothing else to say about that. But yeah, it was a good interview though. Good interview. RVD, Katie Forbes, and Joey Ryan's segment, I skipped it. But basically, they're a faction, and they're known as the cancel culture. So the cancel culture had a match against the Deaners, and I didn't care. The cancel culture won though, and again didn't care, because I didn't watch, didn't care. Cancel culture, more like cancer culture. Ken Shamrock reveals that his Impact contract. He reveals that the Impact Wrestling contacted him. Excuse me. And that he's gonna appear. Basically, he was being interviewed by Gabby Lauren. They basically they contacted him, and they and he's wondering what could it be, but it should be something special, and we'll get to that later. So, Willie Mack gets confirmed by the Ace Division Champion Ace Austin, the one true Ace in Impact Wrestling. Talks about he wants to catch a tag team golds with Willie Mack after they won against the swing disco ball, in Giant Swinger and Disco Inferno. And then Willie Mack says, thanks for that, but I appreciate you helping me and everything, but I'll need a partner from you and everything. In fact, he wants to go after this one title, which is the X Division Championship title, by winning the Scramble match. And yeah, can't wait for that, by the way, folks. We're into that. Kiera Hogan, the girl on fire, and the hottest flame, versus Lacey Ryan, the same Lacey Ryan that got into the face of Kiera Hogan, what pertains to the whole boot camp mastering doing with this whole golden opportunity bullshit. And Lacey Ryan was the one that got in the face of Kiera Hogan. So they had a match here. They both looked good. It was a good match, and Kiera Hogan won. Good. Now I would be fine if Lacey Ryan would have won too, because in a way this match was good either way. But Kiera Hogan won, and all I gotta say is the right woman won. And hopefully, and I want to see more of Lacey Ryan too. Lacey Ryan is pretty good too. So, Father James Mitchell leaves a note for Su Yung to challenge Havoc on the next Impact Wrestling show, where it pertains to having an undead round, to fight each other in the undead round, and we'll see how that turns out. Jake Chris versus Daga. They had a good match. Daga won the match. And then yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, that was it. I thought it was a good match though. They both looked good in the match. We get security to find the culprit of hacking the shows and everything. They found the person, and they showed to Scott Moy, and Scott Moy said that's not him. It's basically this is Ryan Cage. Now, Ryan Cage is not behind this and everything. And also we get to the end of the show where we get to Ken Shamrock, where the whole announcement of his career. Josh Matthews got into the ring to invite Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock was excited, and Josh Matthews said congratulations to Ken Shamrock for his amazing MMA career and his pro wrestling career, of his accomplishments and everything. And Ken Shamrock's like, thank you for everything and all that. And he's still talking about everything he's done in the business and everything. And also they show a video package of Ken Shamrock too, of him, of his MMA career, of his WWE career. I'm surprised that WWE give Impact Wrestling the the footages that they did in WWE, where he was tag team champions, Intercontinental champion. I was shocked. Even when he was king of the ring, I can't believe they showed footage of that. And then they showed obviously with his time in TNA, being in TNA World Champion, the first ever TNA World Champion, which is to NWA TNA. It was great. The video package was great. And I said to myself, why are they doing all this? And then I realized before they announced it, I was saying, I was thinking in my mind, it's got to be the Hall of Fame, the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame. And sure enough, it was. Ken Shamrock will be inducted into the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Ken Shamrock, the world's most dangerous man, inducted into the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame. Still waiting for him to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. WWE. Anyways, but yeah, congratulations to Ken Shamrock. And all of a sudden, we get an interruption of the ICU. And the ICU, it basically is doing this hacking into the video package presentation. And then we get the lights going out, and then it comes back on, and there was the hacker appearing in the ring. And when you see the body shape and everything, you can tell who that was before he revealed himself. But basically, he attacks Ken Shamrock, and basically by throwing a fireball in the eye of Ken Shamrock. And then he revealed himself to being, obviously we all know who it was. Fans were chanting his name too, because they saw his body type and everything. He took off his bandana, as his mask basically, and it was Sami Callihan. And I should have known it was gonna be Ken Shamrock. It's gonna be Sami Callihan. I knew from the get-go. I knew from the very beginning that it was gonna be Sami Callihan. It was gonna be some way in the way that Sami Callihan was gonna set the OVE guys free. Let them do their own thing while he does his own thing. And his own thing is the thing that he always wanted to do. But I'm pretty sure it's something he wanted to do when he got to NXT, when he was Solomon Crow. But they never let him get full control of it. Full creative control of that whole thing. Now he gets to do it in Impact Wrestling. And I think he's done it before too, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm glad he's doing it here, where it pertains to doing the whole hacking into the system and into the production crew. Into the production truck and everything. So Sami Callihan gets to do what he wants to do as a hacker. And he did it. And then the lights went out, lights came back on, and then we got people checking on Ken Shamrock and everything. Josh Matthews, Don Callis, Scott Demoy, you had the doctor. I think it was Dr. Ariel, I think. Basically the doctors are, you have everyone checking on Ken Shamrock because he got shot with a fireball by the hacker, Sami Callihan. And there you go. Total My Wrestling was 4 matches. My overall strength for the show, I'm going to go with a 7.5 out of 10. Good show. And that being said, thank you all for watching for It's Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. This is your Impact Wrestling review. The show from March 17th, 2020. Until next time, we'll return to this Impact Wrestling review, folks. You all stay well, stay safe, stay protected while it pertains to the coronavirus situation. And you all stay well. I wish I already said that. I meant to say stay in peace. You all take care. I'm out. Ta-ta for now.